Hi guys! Welcome back. We're playing Fallout 4 again. A horrible dystopia or the Republican Party's dream for the future. Whichever way you look at it. Tonight, I am going to do some random bullshit because this is the kind of game where you do random bullshit. I got a few weapons that I want to modify, so I'm going to go ahead and modify these. Hold on. That sounded like gunfire. Or maybe it's all taken care of. Okay. Well, never mind. We want the long light barrel. I'm trying to turn this hunting rifle into more of a sniper rifle. I don't know. Alright, we can do a medium scope. That'll have to do for now. And we can't get like a silencer or anything. Material here. I like the rifle. Alright, so this here. Shotguns. Always good. Okay. It's always good to have a nice nice shotgun. I don't think I want semi-automatic, but maybe I do. Improved choke. Well, yeah, I want to reduce the spread. Okay. And this one right here, I actually don't want to modify it. I just want to scrap it for right now because we'll get the effect chip from it. And there's some more modifications we can make here. Let's see. What's the best thing? Probably the Advanced Hybrid Weave Mark 1. For Mark II, we need Medic and Chemist, which we don't have. Or we could just go Ballistic Weave Mark II. But go lighter build. And go with the asbestos lining so that we can't get sun fires easily. Sunglasses here. I don't think. Yeah, we need at least rank 2 for that. The yellow flight helmet. Again, we'll go with Advanced Hybrid Weave. lighter build. Asbestos lined. And can't do eyewear on it. That's fine. Now, for these, I don't think we can go beyond boiled leather with any of these. We can do lighter build, pocketed, braced, brawling, or strengthened. Lighter build is the best for us. Ordinarily, like, increased carrying capacity would be nice, but, you know, I cheated and gave myself ridiculous carrying capacities. That's not necessarily a problem for me. Lighter build. Alright, so here, I'll change this into heavy armor, because it protects more. Ordinarily, I would say lighter would be better, but... And let's make our armor invisible. Again, heavy armor. Invisible. This is not giving us tremendously better stats, but it's giving us slightly better stats. And also, I made all the armor invisible, so now we can run around in this cocktail dress, which naturally we're going to do all the time. So, with that out of the way, let's get into the real meat and potatoes of what we're going to do here today. Now, first and foremost, I feel like Sanctuary here, this settlement is good. The settlement as jail, it's a strong concept. I think that's working for us, but I think we need... Oh, you're right there. Come on. There we go. We're going to need some way to keep the prisoners in line, if you know what I mean. And by the way, welcome to the show, Mephrus. Didn't see you there for a second. So, I'm going to build a tower. And we don't need windows on the tower. What I do need is to squeeze this in down there so that it looks... that's almost invisible. Okay. So we're going to come up here. And we're going to continue to build this tower here. Come on, come on. There you go. And up here on this top side, I think we're going to need to put the back end of it on. Okay. There. That's good. That's a strong start there. gonna need a way to get up into it, though. So what I'm thinking, I think it needs to be at least another level up. Yeah, I really wish that you had a few more building options that weren't rotting garbage in this game. But, you know, I mean, there's, like everything with a Bethesda game, there's a mod for that, so I guess I can't complain too loudly. Yeah, I think that's a good height for guard tower. Now, let's go ahead here and... Oh, right, this will only snap to the bottom. Hmm. Okay.
What you building?
I'm adding guard towers because clearly these people need to be supervised. I mean, like, it just they need somebody watching over them.
That's what turrets are for.
I mean, yes, but also no. Also, I think the way I'm building this is going to cause me problems. So that's
Probably.
cool. That's exciting. Yeah, that's going to cause problems because I didn't use spacers out. Okay, well, whatever. I'll deal with it. I actually think that what I want to do... Alright, I'm going to scrap that. I'm going to add one of these. And then a staircase route. And then... add... It's going to look not great, but I mean, I will make it work. There we are. See, like a smart person would be like, oh, well, the thing that I was going to build isn't going to work. Well, I'll just scrap it and out. That. Okay, so fall damage is a thing still. Oh, and so are crashes. Oh, excellent. Okay. 1 second while I fire the game back up. I do like to load not from the autosave, but from my manual saves. Autosaves go corrupt on you. I've learned that. And I try not to rely on the autosaves as much as possible. I guess now that I'm having to redo all this, I might as well do it correctly. So bear with me. I'm going to have to make all these modifications again. Yeah, let's go with the caravan. Caravan style. And putting in the same options as I did before. I do not know why it allows you with the flight helmet to put ballistic weave on it, but it's a little broken. And I'm going for like build. Invisible. No, down here where I'm. Follow the cursor game. Okay. So I'm actually going to go up here first. Thinking about how to do this properly. Okay. So then we actually want this how do we want this here? What if I put in the proper spacers? Which means I am going to have to modify what I've already got down here. But that's okay. You just float in the air for a bit. Thinking. Alright. Suppose we don't do that. Let's just move those there. Suppose instead that we do this. I'm not going to delete this just yet. I'm going to put this here. And we slap the wall in. And when the stairs get up here, put one of these in. And now I want to match this width. So, supposing then that I used it might be a half wall. Come on. You can do it. There. Nope, it's not quite a half wall. Excuse me. It's like looking like 3. Single wall, or no, 2. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 2. So what I'm gonna do? Why did I do that? What I'm gonna do? Move that out of my way. I'm gonna have this wall just. First of all, I need you to be a little further away from me. And I need you to fit in. Like that. And. Your friend here. Like that. And then That should work, I think. Because we can put another one of these down here. Right like that. Yep, perfect. And that is the perfect distance. And then another single. And a block, and one more single, and we should be good to go. And have a repeatable pattern. Okay. Let me go gussy some stuff up on the outside here. Yeah. That's exactly what I want. I mean, it's not, but it's good enough for these idiots. So, come on. Yep, there you go. I can snap him to his friend. And his friend. We don't want people being able to see through the tower. I mean, you don't want people seeing behind the magic. Okay. And then it's just a question of making these blocks behave themselves. No, surface snap off. I forgot I had that off. There. And there. Yeah, I'll put one there. I do wish that whatever mod I had loaded that adds all of these additional concrete colors, which is cool. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I do wish though that they had organized the menu so that the multicolored stuff didn't interrupt the clean stuff. Okay, and I think we said one more level from here. Because I think I do believe that needs, yeah, at least one more level. So let's go ahead, put one there. This is what I like to call the Mashiakosaurus builds stupid shit for an hour game. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. This is very important, though, for the aesthetic and for the security of... well, I mean, it's for the security of the people of the Commonwealth, because we don't want these weirdos getting out. Except for one. And I'll explain that in a minute. We are going to let one guy out of here. Maybe more down the road. But... okay. Make me a little nervous, game. Also, my height seems to be off by just a hair. I'm losing a little bit of height each time. But that's okay. I can worry about that later. Okay, now I think this is going to be my actual floor level. So, what we're going to do here... How are we going to do this? Well, first of all, we're going to need something that they can snap to. So... let's put in some doorways. Okay. I gotta put one over here. And here. And now okay. Overlapping textures means that you're doing it right, I guess?
Eh. See, that looks fine.
Okay. Now,
It's almost like you know what you're doing.
I assure you that is not the case. Now, let's see here. I think actually on this top level, in order to mask my ineptitude, I'm going to... oh,
Fall off and die?
just about. I want this to... just like that. Now, it should be in there correct. And scrap that, and... okay, now I actually need a floor. There. Okay. I'm not actually intending to keep that floor. I just needed one temporarily. Alright. So, let's see How does that line up height-wise? Looks like we gained about 1, so that will take us up the requisite 2. Excellent. Okay. And then... now we're gonna just put a whole bunch of these, and ordinarily I would make sure that all of the, like, diamonds on the floor plating are facing in the right direction, but for right now, I'm kind of just like, fuck it, whatever. Now, we're actually going to build this out a bit. Trust me, it's going to look classy. It's going to look dignified, and it's going to protect the lives of, well, not these idiots, but the good people of the Commonwealth. The ones that we care about. Or at least the ones that we pretend to care about. I think I can get away with that. I most certainly cannot. Okay. Cool. And now we're going to put some corner pieces in. So... there we go. That's nice. We'll add some railings for safety, don't worry. But for right now, we've got a nice start of a guard tower here. So, next thing I'm gonna need is a roof. And I want to use, I think, these. But I'm gonna have to be tricky about it. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to put one of these in. Actually, the one with the grating is probably better for my purposes. Ooh, there you are. Take him back out. Okay. So that's about where I want them. Nope, 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 come on. Okay, now, this obviously has spacing issues, though, so that was a mistake. Okay. Now I know what I'm doing. Well, I'm pretending to know what I'm doing. Okay. Do you not snap to that type of wall? Do I have to use a warehouse wall to make you snap? Because if I do, that's not a problem. But... okay, that's sort of straight, I think. All right. is this going to do what I want it to do? I think it is. Except that that one actually needs to be one of those corner pieces again. I think. Yeah. Just delete that. We shouldn't need it again. Okay, there we go. That's the outside. Now we just got to cover up the inside, which we should be able to do. Like so. Now, technically, that roof's not attached to anything, but let's just see how it looks from down below. Getting there. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's give it some more of these and then see if they're visible from the ground. I suspect that they will be, in which case, I don't know. I'm only going to put those two down because I don't think this is going to work real well. Let's get way back. I mean, you can kind of see it, but I think it might actually be okay. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to go so far away to see that poking through that it's not even gonna matter. Alright, so up we go. And as before, we're just going to use two of these. Come on. Okay. As always, safety is important. I'll put in some railings. These ones snap nicely to these. Also making sure to put some on the inside of that stairwell. You don't want to fall down onto that. Hey, we gained a level up just from futzing around. And these ones here do not snap, so you kind of have to eyeball them a bit. that one's a little off. No one's going to notice. Actually, I probably should turn my surface snap back on for these. Yeah. As suspected, that one was a little low. Come on here. Good enough. Now with Place Anywhere, we've got some very tight control over where we can place these. Like, we can nudge them individual pixels if we need to. But so far, that's pretty good. Down here, not super necessary, but, you know. Alright, let's add in the rest of these. And I'm going to have to turn off surface snap for this one because it's going to clip through that building a little bit. Just got to find the right spot to put it down. Good enough. There we go. Now this place definitely needs some doors here. Let's give these steel mesh ones. I don't know which way they open, and I don't care. All right. It's starting to look like a real prison. I mean settlement. I actually mean prison. Let's add some more lights here, because I think that we can use these construction lights. There is a spotlight that you can add that functions as a trap. But we're just going to put in these construction lights. Now, they have to be wired into power. So, we're going to have to wrestle with that, and that's going to be fun. What I'm going to do here is put you up here. And you can tie in these two. And put you up here. You can tie in these two. Now, we just need to get electricity to these 2 points. I think if I do this carefully enough, I'm going to have to do 2. It's not going to work with just 1, but that's okay. Now, sure would be convenient if we had a power pylon right there. Hold on a sec. Dumpty-dum-da-dum. Ah. Okay. I'm gonna have to temporarily remove this railing because it's gonna prevent me from running these cables. Because when I have one of these in hand, so to speak, I can't jump. But I should be able to just walk off the platform. Yeah, there. Yeah. And I don't know how much power we're actually using. Oh, it looks like we got enough to run those. That's good, that's good. We want the yard to be properly illuminated. We're gonna have to put another tower in over here as well, and do some more maintenance and stuff. But for right now, you'll notice that it says we've got 7 people. We only started with 5. There was Doofus and Gollum, and I forgot the rest of their names.
The one with the dead kid.
Yeah, the 2 with the dead kid. Man, I love making fun of them. Those fucking longs. Nobody is sleeping right now. Everybody is out and about. They're just not in a place where I can find them. Sarah Phillips. She's assigned to food. And Nancy Flores, also assigned to food. Why are you 2 assigned to food and not, say, one of the permanent people? I'm going to assign you as a supply line. And hold on one second. Let's give her something decent. Oh, we have a sniper rifle in here. Well, maybe I'll fuck with that later. I want to give her something. Yeah, we'll just give her the double barrel.
I just want to trade a few things.
Go ahead.
Alright. So, I'm going to give her that double barrel shotgun. You can give your supply line people weapons. I don't know if they need ammunition. Usually I just say fuck it and let them do whatever. But she's taking the very long way around. That's fine. She'll get there eventually. So for right now, and we should take our level up. Yeah, I'll take my last point in agility. So now we got maxed out agility and intelligence. We can take another rank in gun nut, which is really good. Might just do that, to be honest. Yeah, that's probably the best option we got. That'll autosave, and if you'll excuse me for just a second, the next rank in Gun Nut gives us access to better mods. So we'll upgrade this to an advanced receiver, a long light ported barrel, the large quick eject mag, and I'm going to go ahead and give this the recon scope. And a suppressor. That's nice. That will make it quiet when we fire. I don't know if there's much we can do with Cranky here. We can go with advanced receiver. There's not much point in upgrading the sites. We'll go to that. Do you have anything better than the medium night vision scope? That's good. And for this one, yeah, we'll go with a triple barrel receiver. Why not? Yeah, a suppressor on a shotgun. That's definitely. Well, let's try out the Deathclaw bayonet. And modifying choke. There we go. So now we got some new tools to play around with. And Sanctuary is starting to look much more safe. We are going to have to add an actual door there, and there's a lot more we're going to do with Sanctuary. But, you know, I'm not ready to do that yet. What are you doing out here?
Let's trade some things.
I hope you find your son.
I hope so, too. I just took his gun. Is leaving a man like that defenseless is a good thing for humanity. Now, let's see what we can do here at the chem station. I'm not able to create a jetpack yet. I need rank 2 science and rank 2 armor. And even then, that's only going to give us a jet sprinter, which makes us run faster, but doesn't make us fly. We are eventually going to want a jet pack. So, I have sent that person on a supply line to the Red Rocket truck stop. So if I hit C, you can see there's a little line connecting these two. What this means is that all of the building materials that are in Sanctuary will also be available to me at the Red Rocket truck stop. And we can fix that up as a settlement as well. I'm not going to do that just yet, but I am going to show you that we have quite a lot we can do here. I actually really like the Red Rocket area as well. It's very cool. So yeah, this is also a settlement now. This is our supply line, girl. And as you can see, it reaches all the way back here. Again, modded to be larger than original. Normally you don't get all this stuff on the other side of the road here. But we've got a lot of area that we can work with. in this settlement. And lots of garbage to clean up, as there always is. Just scrap that right now. Okay, good. I did get the first aid, or the stim pack that was there. And we do need to go over to the Abernathy farm, and we can recruit them as allies as well. But our main quest is going to take us south. So let's actually do something rather than just futz around with buildings all night. Because believe me, if you let me, I will futz around with buildings all night.
He's done it before.
I have.
When you should have been sleeping, because you had work the next day.
It's, I mean, you know.
I mean, you still go to work, so it's not like, you know, it's bad. It's just you're tired and cranky and irritable.
I'm always cranky and irritable. I'm a cranky, irritable guy. So anyway, we're heading out of town. This is the south side of Concord. There's the church. And up there's the museum and all that jazz. There's a little house marker over here, so we're going to go clean that out first. I'm going to be quiet about it, because there are monsters. Okay. I want to be very careful. Okay, you see that? That's what the recon scope does. It puts a little bead on enemies when we spot them. And then they stay on our scanner. You just got to get a clear sight of them. Oh, these feral ghouls are annoying because they are really hard. Really hard to sneak up on. Ah, crap. Once it goes to danger, you're spotted, and then, like, theoretically they can lose you, but realistically they won't. Where is he? I see a little red dot. There, easy enough. Yeah, all of their extremely useless garbage that they had on them, I assure you, none of it is necessary. So this is the Gorski cabin. Not a lot here, but there is a root cellar. Let's explore, shall we? Okay, there's a weapons workbench. There's cans. Various garbage. Turn on my lights so I can see anything at all. Bags of cement. Yep, take that. Oh, cram. I've always loved cram. I don't actually like Spam.
My mom likes it, but she's weird.
I think you had to grow up in the era where people were actually eating that stuff.
I mean, admittedly, if you're on a budget and like the taste of like bologna, ham,
And
stuff,
salt.
it is salty. I mean, it's actually affordable as far as like weird meats go. So
So, this is Wayne Gorski. Okay. His place is extremely irradiated because, as you can see here, he was taking apart a mini nuke. And there's some radioactive waste down in here. So we gotta kind of be fast about this. We'll want that. We'll want that.
Bingo.
Oh yay, Diamond City is now permanently marked on my map, which it already was, because I already had the quest to go to Diamond City. That magazine is useless, let me tell you. Okay.
I'm in.
There. Alright, this will be my first and only entry. I identify myself as a free-thinking citizen of these once great United States. I will not stand idly by as the government infects the minds of its people with its devices like the electrical tower they've erected in my front lawn. I pledge to take down this mind control device by any means necessary, and have begun construction on an incendiary device. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah,
he
he
sounds sane.
Yup. It's a good thing this is a fantasy game and not real life. Because things
Yeah,
like
because I
that.
might actually get confused.
Yeah. We are getting pretty high on the rads here. But we've got some rad away. You don't get a lot of it early in the game, but you don't need it. Drumlin Diner is over this way. That's the faded out thing on my marker down in the bottom of the screen. But before I head there, I'm gonna go over here and do the short quest here. Well, it's not really a quest. It's more like a activity, but and we're creeping. And there's a camp over here, a little building of some kind. Okay, now. There are raiders here. Silt beans. Yay. Okay.
Hey! Nothing there now. What the? Peekaboo! Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay. Steal all your stuff. That was a hell of a shot. Didn't just knock him down, it flipped him the fuck off. Poor dog meat went down, but that's okay. Because he's kind of useless. Damn, I thought that guy's bare ass was showing there for a minute. It's just badly textured and lit. Glowing fungus is nice. You want that because you can make Radaway from a chem station with that stuff. Radiation isn't a big deal in this game, but it's more of a big deal than it was in Fallout 3. In Fallout 3, you could basically... What do I have? Danger. Oh,
Because something's biting your butt.
because I've got dogs. Alright, earmark.
Is that anything like crabs?
The dog had a pack of cigarettes on it. It's a real shame when dogs take up smoking. Cigarettes in this game, by the way, do nothing for you except you can use them as currency. There are mods that allow you to smoke them. I haven't got such mods.
As an ex-smoker, nah. Don't need it.
So this here, this is Walden Pond. And
Hello, and welcome to Walden Pond. You are now standing in front of the cabin. You are now standing in front of the cabin inhabited by transcendentalist writer and philosopher Henry David Thoreau, starting in the summer of 1845. For 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days, Thoreau lived in this cabin, hoping to gain a more objective understanding of society.
He fit. And
This
realized society
was
is
influenced by Thoreau's interest in transcendentalist philosophy, which believed that people were at their best when truly self-reliant. By living off the land with few material possessions, Thoreau proved it skeptical to think that any outward improvement of life could bring inner peace and contentment. For more information, please visit the gift shop and purchase one of the many books on transcendentalism. Also available, t-shirts, coffee mugs, toys, and many other items to commemorate your trip.
so,
Walden Pond.
on the off chance that you're not aware, Thoreau is a real person. Walden Pond is a real place. And I do believe they do have an actual gift shop and stuff set up there. I don't know that it looks like this, but
never been, never will.
but it is real. I mean, it's an interesting story.
He did have some really weird beliefs.
He did. I mean, we'll just take that. We'll disarm that makeshift bomb. We'll take the shopping carts. We'll disarm that makeshift bomb.
Sadly, you couldn't use that same philosophy today.
Well, I mean, the one guy in Alaska did. Then he got eaten by bears because he was an idiot who just wandered off into the woods.
Got it.
Blue dress. No, we're a red dress lady. Red dress is classy. Blue dress is slut.
I'm aware of the dress.
Blue baby. Okay.
Actually, I don't even think I can dress.
Yep. Grab all that garbage. Nothing in that cash register. Cap stash, I'll take that. Coffee cups, yep. An overdue book. Can always use more of those. Pre-war money. The gift shop basement on behind a master lock. And let's take that knife. I love how if you take the knife, the note that it was stuck to the wall with stays there. Tweez, if you're reading this, then you're an idiot. This is the last time I tell you we're locking this door. Use the entrance to the sewer pipe. Next time you forget, I'm locking your ass out permanently. Walter. Obviously, I need to take that. So, that symbol monkey there, you trigger him and all of those bombs go boom. So you don't want to do that. You can shoot symbol monkeys and they will deactivate. But I think I'm high enough stealth at this point that it doesn't matter. You do want to be careful down here on the actual pond, because this place, as with most water in the game, this place is full of mirelurks.
And it's an irradiated mess.
It is, but it's not. I mean, it's no more irradiated than most water sources.
But it's still an irradiated mess.
It is still an irradiated.
So you don't really
mess.
want to go wandering into the water anyway.
Yes. So go through the pipe here. Barely able to see.
So this guy made sure he had everything he needed before he started his camping trip in that little shack up top. Double checked his list and everything. That's why they call it being the road.
Oh, and this guy invented
Transdentalism, moron. You sound like an idiot.
How the hell you know all this?
I read a book that one time when we ran out of grognards.
I wish I could read.
Think you can hide?
Hey, it's Tweez. I have a note for you. We just had to level up, so I'm gonna up my luck for right now. What do I want to take next? I can do a local leader, which allows me to build stores and workstations at settlements, but for right now, we don't need that. I am instead going to take Medic, because this is a requirement to get the higher levels of the advanced hybrid weave, which is really good for armor. And I don't think you're supposed to be able to get ballistic weave until you complete the railroad quest line, but you know, fuck it.
If it gives it to you, then take it.
Tweez and Bear. They died as they lived. Eating ramen. Or something. I don't know.
I was gonna say yodeling and eating cat food.
And some tin can alarms. If you run into these, they make noise. But you can just disarm them. And here's another person. Walter. Goddamn little kids. I tell ya. I shot her so hard her hair came off. So Walter has the gift shop key, by the way. We'll just take all that. Take all this. Yep. Yeah, we're taking that. Coffee pot, sure. Radix. Always makes me think of Brand X from the Joker's TV commercial in the Tim Burton Batman. Which, if you haven't seen it, you should. It's,
Yes.
that's a really good movie. And I just slammed my use key too fast and you missed that. I just got a unique weapon.
Hey, wait there.
Oh, I didn't actually mean to do
Come
that.
on.
I'll show it to you in a second here. Economy Wonder Glue. Sweet. Okay, so Big Jim here. There's a 20% chance to cripple the target's leg with this. It's a wrench.
That's what my D&D character uses as a weapon.
Yes.
One of them.
If we ever get around to playing again.
We'll play again. Anytime.
And then that's the door that they had locked that leads to the gift shop. So there we are. That's Walden Pond. Now, there is more stuff over this way, but I'm not going that way yet. I think best thing to do let's go clean up the Red Rocket. Because I need to get people here so that I can have a supply line to Abernathy, and I need people from Abernathy to give me a supply line elsewhere. So we gotta clean this place up because it looks like shit. Let's get rid of the trash. I don't need the traffic cones for anything. Trash. I am going to get rid of this car. As I mentioned previously, those cars can explode if shot, and since raiders will come through here, I don't want them blowing me up. I say raiders, but it's actually like raiders and super mutants. Like, whoa, no, don't scrap the road. Okay, so we're just gonna get rid of as much of this debris and stuff that we can. Don't need the car frame. And here's some random vines that I don't need. I just like to make it look sort of, no, don't scrap the road. Sort of like somebody in the post-apocalyptic future gives a shit. Now, once again, the thing I think lies. Maybe not. Yeah, it lies. So we can't actually get all that way. But we can get quite a ways down there. We don't need a big pile of tires. That's literal garbage. Small thing of debris. More debris. I like to at least create the illusion that somebody in the future has heard of a broom. Let's get rid of that debris, the tire wall, that random tire. grass clods that we can get rid of. Some of them we can't. Another random tire. And these vines, I really do not like these vines. To me, they just look ugly, so I get rid of them wherever I can. There, see? Nice clean looking telephone pole. Doesn't function, but it's clean looking now. And I don't know yet if I'm going to get rid of the cars that are actually on the lot here. Red Rocket is a atomic fuel station for these fusion-powered cars. So it does make sense for there to be cars here. Maybe I want to make that part of my decor. That stuff, brambles. There we go. There we go. Oop. More tufts of grass. I swear, that stuff is just everywhere. And let's get rid of that. Pile of leaves, grass, trash. Get rid of those grass mounds as well. A lot of this you're not normally allowed to scrap. That's why I love. That's why I love scrapping everything. You can cheat, actually. You can use the console to disable objects by selecting them with the console open and using the disable command. But you got to make sure that you got the right thing selected. There's no real good feedback to tell you whether you're selecting the object you want versus some other random object, because it'll just give you an ID number instead of a name quite often. And let's get more of these vines. Just take a weed whacker to all this stuff. I don't like the look of them. Like, if they were green, I think I would have less of a problem with it, but they're brown and ugly, and no. I don't want to deal with them. So, that trash pile there, that trash pile there. There is a mod, by the way, out on Nexus Mods that makes every Red Rocket a settlement. There's several Red Rockets throughout the Commonwealth. This is the only one. I'm going to get rid of that floor jack too. This is the only one outside of Nuka World, I believe, that is actually
Legit.
a settlement that you can have. The rest of them are just, like, you can visit them, and they have loot, but you can't do anything with them. And let's get rid of these mole rat corpses. Gotta be very careful about cleaning vines off this building, by the way, because it's super, super easy to accidentally delete the entire building. Believe me, I know. I've done it too many times to count. Okay, let's scrap all that. Ooh, I missed a pair of scissors. We don't actually need that shelf. I'm gonna leave the posters though, because they're Heatotronic, it doesn't really do anything for us. Magazine rack, we're gonna have to put one of those in ourselves so we can store our magazines. But for right now, oh,
Did you do the thing?
I did the thing. Look at that. I accidentally deleted the floor. Alright, this is not unrecoverable, so I'm not going to reload. But it is extremely annoying. I will find a way to put a floor back in here.
This is why you save often.
This is
Scrapping.
why you save often. This happens a lot with settlement building. That tire is clipping through the wall, and it always is, by the way. That's not, like, some random thing. Okay, great. I'm gonna get rid of that garage unit. I can put it back if I want to, so it's not gone permanently. I can just build a replacement. I'm gonna get rid of that water cooler too. I'm gonna strip this place down to its essentials. Get rid of that trash there. So yeah, you can see how easy it is to fuck something like this up. Fortunately, like I said, I think I can work with this. I'm gonna get rid of these diner tables though. I need them. Refrigerator, cash register, security camera. You know, I don't actually even need this counter here. Without it, it frees a lot of the space up. No, not the poster cabinet. I always like to make sure that I'm scrapping things top down. If you don't, I think it puts it in your workbench, but then is inaccessible. Because, like, in the vanilla game, for instance, there's no, like, there's no way to put in those plastic file sheet things, or those cardboard boxes of files, whatever, like this right here. So, like, if you delete something and it's attached to that, I think it sends it to your workbench where it becomes inaccessible and you can't ever get it ever again. Why? What is with the shadows in this place? Yeah, contents transferred to whatever. And I'm actually gonna scrap their terminal. It's set to not be scrappable because there's stuff on it that you can read and stuff. But general clutter, I don't need that on my ceiling. But obviously,
General clutter. He's everywhere.
okay, yeah. That. Get rid of that. Oh shit. Oh, this is not recoverable. Well, the stuff looked fine in there, it's not in here. Ah, okay, great. Well, Let's reload.
Let's try that again, shall we?
Seriously, guys, fucking save. There's no undo function with scrapping. If you scrap the wrong thing, you're screwed. Like I just was, and had to reload.
It sucks.
It does. I'm gonna save. Even though I haven't done anything. Okay, well, I'm not gonna. No. I'm just gonna try to quickly get rid of some of the stuff immediately around here. We'll take care of this pile again. So yeah, be extremely careful when scrapping, especially if you use a mod like Scrap Everything, as I do. It's
Same
really
line. You can scrap everything.
yeah, you really can. Everything except for the ground you can delete, which
In some places, you might actually want that function.
yeah, because I think you can't actually scrap the Red Rocket building in the vanilla game, but I also don't know that you can scrap all these piles of trash. So it's kind of a pick your poison kind of situation here. But that's okay. I mean, you guys are definitely not watching me because you have better things to do. Okay. So there's all that. Let's get rid of these vines again. And these vines just because. Oh. Okay. Sweep it here. Scrap the first aid station that's randomly placed on the floor. But dog meat jump, yeah, that's. I don't need dog meat jumping. Okay. Alright, it's starting to look cleaner. Okay. There, let's autosave that shit. Okay, and scrap. Scrap. And scrap. Mole rat.
Marcella line and recreate the Scrap Palace.
Oh God, and Mr. Maze. I kind of want to find that game and play it just because it seems so dumb. And if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about,
You'll figure it out someday.
look for on YouTube for Let's Game It Out, Mr. Maze.
It's worth it.
It's that's a heck of a thing.
His stuff is
Get rid
all
of that
good.
trash bin. Yeah, actually, like Let's Game It Out is great, and like you know, it's not like he's a buddy of mine. I don't
know.
even know who he is. He doesn't know who I am. Like,
His
we've
stuff's
never
good.
spoken. I'm just a fan. But his stuff is great. He
Look at us name dropping other YouTube things that are popular.
You can actually have your people harvest from these glowing fungus and stuff if you got the right mods. I don't think that's in the default game, but I usually just delete them. And it gives you a large supply of them if you do. Do not delete this, though. You want that so that you can get to that cave. Because that's the doorway to the cave. Be really careful, by the way, too, when you're scrapping the vines that are on this gray tortoise sign. If you want that sign to stay, be very careful about it, because the gray tortoise sign can easily be mistaken for the vines around the gray tortoise sign. Also, sometimes you'll find trees like this where the vines are part of the tree model, and other times you'll find vines where the trees are not. So, yeah, Wasteland Trash Services, or Trash Removal Services Simulator. That's basically how I play Fallout 4, so... I like to get rid of pretty much everything and start fresh, but I'll leave certain things. Didn't realize there was a pack of cigarettes there. Alright, I'm going to have to remember to hit up the workstation when I'm done here and get all this stuff out. Alright. Oop, no. Didn't mean to do that. Because it's definitely not autosave time. But we'll save it again. Because now I'm going to go clean out the inside, and that's where you can run into a lot of problems. Especially if you're not careful, and I am not careful. No, don't scrap the building. Get rid of the diner counters. Not going to use them. Now that I've got additional objects selection on, I can scrap that ham radio. That's a feature of Scrap Everything. It allows you, if you want, to turn on a mode where it can select even more stuff. Mostly stuff that you probably don't want to scrap, but it could be stuff that you do for whatever reason. Or stuff that you don't necessarily want to scrap, but want to move. For instance, you can move the workbench, and in fact I'm going to have to finish cleaning this place out. You'll see what I mean. So if you ever want to move your workbench, and be extremely careful about doing that, but you can do that with Scrap Everything. You just turn on the extra object selection toggle, and you're golden. See, like right there was a file cabinet drawer just sitting loosely on top of that last cabinet that I deleted, and it vanished. And I don't think that I got the scrap for it, which is a big deal, but I'm just warning you, you know, be careful of what's resting on objects that you scrap, because I'm pretty sure that the game puts that stuff in your workbench. That's how it handles stuff that's attached to things that you can build. Is it just dumps it in your workbench. I've thought about doing that, Mephras, just leaving some of these cabinets and stuff, but almost all of it I can put back if I want to. So I'm not real attached. Like that garage diagnosis. Oh my god. I did it again. That garage diagnostic cart, for instance, I can put that back if I decide I want it. Okay. Take 3. Attempting to clean this out. And we're not even done yet because, like, we've still got the roof of this place is full of garbage. And, if you want to call me an idiot in the comments for scrapping the floor twice,
It's easy to do, that's the thing.
I will accept blame for that.
It's just if you're off by a millimeter, it's like, oh no thing.
Yeah, and there's so much stuff you gotta scrap. You want to go fast to get through it all. But no, not the safety poster. But at the same time, if you go fast, you're more likely to make mistakes. I love all of these objects. Like, for instance, this tire right here where my mouse cursor is pointing. I don't know if you can see that because of the green line, but like, there's a tire there. That's not good object placement, Bethesda. And that's there in the vanilla game. Like, I'm 95% sure that that's not one of my mods fucking things up. I mean, I'll admit, I've got a lot of mods. They might fuck some shit up on occasion.
Certain mods do like to fuck things up old school style.
Yeah. That could include modifying object placement at times. But I'm pretty sure that that's in the vanilla game, that those things are misplaced there. I know that the one in Sanctuary that I talked about the one time, where there's... Yes, the drawer, yes. Where there's items hidden underneath one of the building foundations. Like, that's in the vanilla game. Okay. Come on, scissors. Scissors are small and hard to target. Okay. Okay. Scrap that mole rat. Alright, let's go slowly and carefully here. Scrap the traffic cone. Also, be careful you don't scrap dog meat. or one of your companions. I've done that before too. They don't like it when you scrap them, and when they come back into the game through whatever method you use to bring them back, probably by using console commands or otherwise cheating, because they won't come back on their own. They will be at the lowest possible affinity with you. Short of, like, actively, like, refusing to be your friend anymore. Excuse me. Ugh. Alright, now I mentioned that we're going to have to move the workbench. And we are. Because of this stupid pile of trash. Be careful when you move the workbench. You don't want to put it in a place where it's inaccessible or that potentially causes issues. Alright. Beer bottle, I'll scrap that. I don't need a beer bottle. Let's get rid of those maple branches. That's too much clutter. Heard something over there, and it's just our person just with their supply Brahmin. Okay, that's good enough for right now. Except we need to get to up there. Hut. Quick and dirty method, but it works. Now we gotta clean the roof of the building. This is much less dangerous, surprisingly. For one thing, there's a lot less stuff, and it's mostly fairly big stuff that, you know, you can quickly determine that you're aimed at the right object. No. Did you see that again? It was trying. It wanted me to delete it. I don't know why there's a random piece of plywood here. Okay.
So torture you, my dear.
There we go. Auto-saved. So now we gotta do something about this place to make it, you know, livable. Let's get rid of those maple branches. Debris. More vines. So here's what I envision for this place. I'm gonna put some variety. Come on, let me up. Some variety of sniper nest up here, or platform, or whatever you want to call it. Let's use. I like the way a lot of these warehouse pieces look. So let's use these. Ah, keep falling off. And that looks about right. There. Okay. Do I have to go all the way around to get rid of those stupid branches there? Yes. There. Hey. Okay. So, we're going to have a platform of some variety. Let's give us some way of getting up there. I don't like this car being here if we're going to be putting a major part of our settlement in. Here. Okay. There, just so that it looks a little better. So yeah, I have a little nest up here where we can have somebody stationed. I like these because they snap. And then what they need, obviously, is going to need a table. What kind of table do I want? I could make this work. That's a possibility. Oh no, that's right. So give them a table, and they're gonna need a chair. Let's look for a decent-looking chair. There we go. There we are. And let's bust out one that I haven't used before. I mean, I have, but not here. Where is this at? Ah, here. Smokes and ashtrays. So, we'll go ahead and... This is why I grab every piece of scrap that I ever find. So, put this on here, and... Oh, yeah, cigar. Yeah, we can put the cigar here. There we go. And, yeah, we'll do a SIG card. Actually, let's do a SIG pack. I think that's less ridiculous. There. So, here's the thing with OC Decorator. Normally, these would be objects in the world with their own physics and stuff, and I could push them around and I could pick them back up again. But as you can see, these are actually just displays. I can't interact with them. I can't knock them down. Which means that my settlers will also not be able to interact with them and knock them down.
Which is a good thing,
Which is a good thing.
because they're klutzy.
They will do untold damage. Like, you have no idea. Okay, so next, I think, obviously, what we need is a ridiculous walkway. Maybe one more. Because I think that we're all on the same page here in thinking that our settlers need to live in some kind of ridiculous, crazy post-industrial Ewok village. Like, I mean, I think we're all thinking that, right? Like, that's what I would assume. So we'll do that, and we'll put in, you know, our usual railings and stuff. It's a little off-center though, so I think I'm actually going to. I won't scrap it, but I'm going to move it temporarily off here. Yeah, that's. Do whatever. And we'll finagle something to make that work good. Now, I think we're gonna want like a decent framework, but I don't think we're gonna have anything on this level. Okay, so we actually want this a little more over here and a little bit more that way. How did I do eyeball that? Pretty good, actually. Damn, it's like I've done this before. So this is basically just a framework for where we're going to put the building, but it's not the actual building itself. We're going to go into here. We're going to grab some posts and I'm going to put posts up. There. We probably, if I thought that this was going to be visible, I would probably put more in like the center and stuff, but I really don't think that it will be. So I think we're good at this point. Now, let's use this concrete floor. This is the upper floor piece. Can you not? Okay. All right. Game, why are you like this? Alright. Here's what I'm going to do. There. Are you kidding me? Well, you know what? Fine. Joke's on you, game. That's how I wanted it. That's how I like it, with it weirdly poking over the edge. That was always my intention. Getting the snapping to work right sometimes is like pulling teeth, I swear. There. There. Okay. So that's going to be where we actually build our crazy pants platform. And obviously we're going to need it to have a balcony. Not quite there yet. These guys are drafted into stairway. Alright, you can see the posts from the top sort of poking through, but I think that that's fine. I think it adds a bit of flavor. Okay. So, now, let's see here. We'll go with some nice metal. That's blue. I don't want blue. Is that... hold on. Yeah, that's not quite what I was intending. That one's wooden. I want... There we are. Okay, so how big is this? 3? Okay. These two separated by one with no windows. There. That looks good, right? All ugly and shitty like that. And over here, we're going to go window, 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 and then window, door, window. Let's see. That looks like a door. Can you, I'll come back to you. Like I said, sometimes getting the snapping to work can be a bit of an effort. Okay. There. Door, 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 door. Is that... Okay, that is indeed a metal door. Facing the correct way now. Alright. So yeah. We're gonna build this out. Now, obviously our poor idiot citizens are going to want to be able to see this rocket ship, because the rocket ship is cool. So we're going to build out a platform so they can get a nice close view of it. Yep. Good. And on the other side, we'll do the same thing. Actually, I'm not real sure how well that's gonna fit on the other side. Oh, it's real tight, but it works. So. And we'll do one more. There. Now you can take a tour around the rocket ship, which I think is what everybody always wants to do. Like, you know. And over here, I'm going to put one square down. That might be too close, actually. I'm going to use a shorter ladder. I mean, it kind of works. You can see the bottom of it, but it kind of works. I think I'm going to call that a success. I'm going to declare that a success, even though it's not. And let's see. I need to make this, you know, look a little crazy. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put a partial roof over here, which will require some angle pieces. I just got to find the right ones. Here we go. Alright. So, one there. And one there. And then
Did he get a you know what?
No. Maybe. I don't. Yeah. Yes.
Then he's just big.
I mean, there's a decent chance that I am misremembering events. So.
I know you gave him ratings.
I think I gave. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I don't remember. More windows. Go all the way back to the not windows.
Sterling, when I get up and go potty, you get okay.
And I probably should be mixing this up a bit. Using different panels. I get pretty lazy when I'm doing settlements sometimes, so I will tend to just use the same pieces over and over.
It's okay. You don't have to have a cow.
Okay. And what we're going to do here,
Alright, Tubstain.
we'll give them a nice floor. But a mesh floor so that everybody can
Mommy
look.
hurts right now. I don't know why you got to scream.
And actually, move that one over here. And I think Nick is fighting with the Fiend. Okay, yeah, that works. And a final piece. And what I'd really like is some half walls, but not wooden half walls, metal half walls. And there should be, yeah, some with windows as well. Okay. And then yeah, sure. And I'm actually going to use the ones that have these cross beams here. And if it seems like I'm trying to make this intentionally weird and stupid, then you're starting to catch on to my building aesthetic. Yeah. There. And no windows on this. Because of the roof, obviously. Okay, now it seems like I'm being weird here, but there's a method to my madness in this case. I want to leave a space for the stairwell. And the way that I built it, it looks like it's just carved out of the floor and that it's a natural progression of the same whatevers. And right here, just because we cannot have nice things, because I won't allow it, yay! It's a monstrosity. Does any of this make sense? No. This building probably looks like a nightmare from the outside. Let's go look. Check out the view from the space rocket here. Oh yeah, that's randomly gross. Perfect. Alright. Safety, as always. We gotta have our railings. I'm probably not gonna put all of them in, but... probably around 10:30. Which it looks like it's going on 10 right now. So yeah, that looks ugly. And let's see here. Because it makes no sense, and therefore is the only possible action I can take. I'm going to create a garden up here. Not a greenhouse, just a garden. It's all open air. I hope you bastards enjoy. Or fall off and die. I don't care. Under miscellaneous, we have garden plots. Now we can plot them wherever we want, and I still have surface snap off. Let's turn that back on. And we're just going to shop some garden plots here on this mesh flooring floating in the air.
Are you making the Gardens of Babylon again?
No, nothing that elaborate or good looking. This is more like
I meant
Nightmare.
Discount Babylon.
Yeah, Discount Babylon. That sounds about right. I will give them railings, so I guess they won't fall off and die. Yeah. This looks like the kind of place where you would walk in and say to yourself, you know what? Fuck it. The wasteland isn't... it's not worth it to live here. Okay. 4... 6... 8... You can squeeze a lot more of these on there. Like I've been able to squeeze like 5 in legitimately here. So that's 12. And I fucked up my pattern, but that's, you know, even better. There. $18 delicious mutafruits for ranchers to harvest from the sky. Does that make sense? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of madness that that I want in a place. And we really better add some poles here. So that it looks like there's support, but we don't want them to look too nice. And we don't want them to actually support anything. So just kind of half-assed, like that. Yeah, great. My stair is off center, and that's gonna drive me nuts. But whatever. I'll deal. Another level from just playing with post-apocalyptic Legos. Ah, no. Snap. There. Thank you. We gotta make sure that, you know, everybody's nice and safe. And also ensure that the only way in or out of this ridiculous bullshit is by climbing up the sniper tower and then taking the long way. Whoops. Fortunately, it's not so high yet that it breaks my bones when I fall off. Curved one for good measure. Good enough. There. Nice, functional, and most importantly, it makes no sense whatsoever from a practical perspective. In fact, is wildly impractical. And I feel like you want to be close. You want to be close to your water supply, I feel like. And since this place doesn't have a lake or anything, our only option is to put down one of these powered water pumps, or several. They can be placed on dirt. So the game let us put them there. So those are going to pump water from this garden plot. And it will actually work. And then people can get the water. Ah, I'm pleased with myself with that one. Thank you. That's funny to me. Alright, let's, here. Nice red prison cots. Which, actually, we should be using in Sanctuary. I'll probably change that at some point. But I got a lot of stuff to do in Sanctuary yet. We're just gonna slap some down. Five, 6, 7. Just want to leave enough space that people can move through them. This lucky fellow here, he gets to sleep underneath. Oh, and I guess he's not quite underneath the water pumps, so. But he does get to listen to them all night long, so that's almost as good. And this guy here, you get to sleep with the railing. Hope you're a light sleeper. And you know what? I can fit another one in there. There, that's 13 beds. I usually aim for at least 12 beds. 12 beds will give me enough people that, like, most settlements won't hit that. So, we've got food, we've got water. We don't have power to run either of those things, though, and we need that. Well, I mean, really, if you think about it, like, we need the power in this building. Right here. Two of them, really, I think. Yeah, don't anybody mind the diesel exhaust fumes. That's healthy for you. Okay, now. Okay, and it will let me run power off of those horizontally, just not vertically, I bet. So now I just have to figure out how to get power from down here to up there. I'm going to do this. This here. And then power to both of you. Good, good. Now, let's put this guy right, say, here. Okay. Good, good. Oh, I envy whoever's bed this is. They're gonna have so much electricity. So here's a trick you can do. I need power on the other side of this wall. Now I could run a really complicated string through that gap and all that, or I can just connect it to this right here. But you'll say, that's not on the other side of that wall. Watch. Now that it's connected, I can move this to wherever the hell I want. And since it was connected on the other side, it's connected on this side. Yeah, I know. Let's put it right... Now, it doesn't like this. But as you can see, that's still connected. And it shows that we have 20 water. So those pumps are working. Now, we're going to want a little bit of light in here, but we don't want good lighting. We want, like, well, I mean, obviously you can see what I'm putting in here. Just bare light bulbs. And we'll put one right on the junction point here, if I can find it. There you are. There. Now, these lights have a radius based on how far they are from the generator and how far they are from a power source, but it should be okay. And again, don't mind the diesel fumes, coming off of these generators. Oh. This is going to be such a colony. This settlement is going to be so happy and full of people who are definitely going to live through the night. There we go. And we'll need a door here. Warehouse has its own subsection of doors, which we don't have to use, but I kind of like them. Hinges on this face in, which means the door will swing in. If the hinges were on the other side, the door would swing out. Let's go down here. And this one, we're going to have the door swing out because it's more spacious on the outside. And I feel like we need something to warn people. No. Do you have a sign that says, like, danger poison or something of that nature?
Danger, go away.
Ah, here we go. Caution, hazardous material. And, oh my, that is quite a... Those are quite a few signs. Okay. That... No, don't store that in the workshop. That'll work. We do still need defense. So I'm going to do the lazy thing that I always do. And I'm also going to forget that this stairwell has a curve to it, which means that I probably forgot to give it a railing. How's that? Off a bit. Should be able to cheat in. Close enough. So for defense, we're going to do the lazy thing and just put in a couple of turrets. Nowhere near the sniper post. That's just for looksies. Oh, Lord. Well, that's DLC for you. It springs up when you least want it. And, here. These guns are going to be mostly useless in an actual attack because they usually spawn from over here. But, it's not my colony. Well, I mean, it is. But
You don't have to live here.
I don't have to live here, so. And with power, water, food, and bedding, all we need now is to attract some colonists. You can't open the doors in build mode, which is dumb, but you can grab the doors, which works just as well. And we're going to do this trick again. I'm going to have to actually temporarily move that more. And there we go. A fully functional, very sane and rational colony that definitely isn't going to lead to people asphyxiating and choking on fumes overnight. Why, it almost looks like a real place you'd want to live unless you actually went inside and looked at where those diesel generators are at. And we didn't need to scrap any of the shit inside the Red Rocket because we didn't use any of this space for anything. Well, I'll probably use it for something down the road. That said, we're good here. This is all up and running. I really should put some support beams in a couple of these places, and that's really not very well placed. I'll have to fix that. But I'm going to do that later. Let's go over to Abernathy Farm and pick up yet another colony. I must have already harvested those. Not that one, though. If you'll recall, or if you don't recall, Blake Abernathy had us go over to Air Force Station Olivia, where we fought a raider leader named Ak-Ak, and in the process got back a locket belonging to his dead daughter, who is very dead and so extremely dead. Out of gratitude for having returned it, he's going to give us the run of the place. God damn it, he's outside. Conceptually, I like this settlement, but in practice, I find his house kind of awkward to use.
I've got that locket back for you.
You serious? That's great news. Connie's gonna be speechless. I'm sure she'll go lean on her prices after what you've done. And feel free to use our workshop. Least we can do.
The least you could do is nothing. There is actually a grave site back here, if I can find it. Where is it? Oh, right here. That's where his dead, deceased corpse of a daughter is buried. So now this is also a settlement for us, and we can do shit here. And don't worry, I'm not going to do too much here. I just want to scrap a few things. I'm going to get rid of this fencing all around his melon patch, which is... It's stupid to me because it's not complete. If it was complete or nearly complete, I would say just finish it up, but it looks ugly. This particular fence is tricky to work with because it doesn't always want to snap easy and stuff. Fuck it, just get rid of it, I say. He's got one water pump producing 3 water, but as you can see, he's got a lot of food. So having these guys in our settlement network is going to be good for us. I'm going to get rid of some of this excess. Oh, well, this reminds me, I have a bunch of stuff at the workshop back at the Red Rocket that I need to get out of the workbench. A lot of vines. You know how I feel about vines. place is crazy with them. And we've got a storm rolling in that is just great. Garbage. I don't need a dead Tatum. Trash, trash. We'll leave the cat drinking. I don't know why dead potato plants is a decoration that Bethesda decided to use, but whatever. The dirt here that you can see, sort of, on this board, that's some kind of additional layered effect that Bethesda added. You can't scrap that. It's just permanently a part of the scenery. And any floor that you add will pick up that same dirt effect. So you just kind of have to deal with that. It's always going to look dirty. Getting rid of these vines. Like, seriously, do you guys not have a weed whacker or something? Oof, it's getting harder to see.
That was probably the daughter's job.
Yeah, probably. Okay. That's pretty much everything on the outside that I'm going to scrap. But I do want to scrap some stuff on the inside, too. Like, look at this. You guys are living in filth. No, not the shack floor. Yay, you got a bathtub that's not hooked up to anything. And a toilet that's not hooked up to anything. Separated by a single shack wall from, I know you can't see it very well, but there's a mattress in there. Like, are you guys sleeping next to the shitter? Like, seriously? Nope, not the column. And again, now that the storm is letting up, you can see even better this dirt effect that's all over the ground in here. Like,
It'll always be there.
that's a layered effect that Bethesda added to this. You can't get rid of it. I do want to get rid of this, but I gotta save valuable stuff while trashing. Oop. Well, I just trashed it good, I guess. No, not the pot. I want to trash the candle. Now the pot. Gas containers, we can scrap those. And I'm mostly just scrapping stuff in here in preparation for actually doing
An
something.
overhaul, but
Yeah,
it's getting late.
it is getting late and I'm wrapping up. A lot of this stuff doesn't need to be scrapped, honestly. It's not necessarily bad. Like, it's not like it's inconsistent with the layout or the theme of the location and stuff, but I just really like to work from scratch. More vines all over the place. Oof. I'm gonna leave all this just because it's more effort to get rid of it than it's worth. Same with this stuff. Back here, yeah. We'll get rid of that. This barrel, plywood. Cardboard box, the shovel, the chessboard, that little. They have such shitty mattresses and stuff in here. Okay. Ammo boxes, those will definitely have good stuff in them. Wax bottle, alright, fine, whatever. Yeah, that stuff's fine. I'm just gonna scrap the beds. And get rid of yet more vines. Vines are my bane. I don't know why they put that plywood sheet there. I mean, talking about Bethesda, not the Abernathy family. I know why they do stuff, and it's because they're idiots. But I do want to keep the yellow paint. That's actually kind of useful. Let's get rid of as much of these vines as we can here. Unfortunately, I think some of them are just unscrappable, like you can't reach them because the borders of the settlement don't go high enough or some shit like that. But we can get rid of a lot of them. And it really, really makes a difference for making this place in particular look less like garbage. There. Just kind of spruces the whole place up. Here you have to get rid of that mist to get to the vine, unfortunately. And I'll just leave the rest of this stuff. It's fine. So, this is the Abernathy farm. It's actually kind of cool. I like the whole built it around a electrical pylon thing that they've got going. Let's go ahead though and grab all of this stuff. All right, the rest of this. Oh, and the yellow paint. The rest of this is just actual garbage. And nobody cares. Alright, I'm going to warp back to Red Rocket. Now you see that we've already attracted 2 people. One of those people is going to have to harvest food. Which they probably are too dumb to realize that there's food to harvest, so I'll have to point them in that direction. But as soon as I find where they are. They tend to wander around on ground level. But I will check up here just to be sure. Yeah, this place looks really rational. It's safe. Let's see here. Where are you people at? Because I want to boss you around. Now, just because we got 2 people living here doesn't mean that we actually are going to have 2 people in the settlement already. But looks like we do. We got 1 person right here. Mary, you are going to come up here. And, oh, wait, actually, no, never mind. Because somebody already is doing food. Because we have 6 food. So, you are actually heading to Abernathy. Good luck. I'm not arming you.
Not yet. Anyway.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome for the opportunity to get yourself killed in the line of duty. Okay, there. And grab that stuff out of the workbench. So now, as you can see, we have all 3 of our places on our network, and they all have access to stuff. I'm going to need to do a lot more with Abernathy Farm. I can tell you that right now. Because they need actual, you know, stuff in their place. But for tonight, I think that is our stream. I'm tempted to take Chemist just because it gives us access to yeah, we'll do that. And next level, we'll probably take the next level of armor, unless something better comes along. Anyway, this has been Fallout 4. We have made a whole lot of people's lives more difficult in the guise of helping them. The people in this settlement are probably going to die in their sleep. But, you know, at least they'll go peacefully. Saturday, we are continuing with Pokemon Ultraviolet, folks. We have to do the Pokemon Tower in Lavender. Lots of ghosts. And then after that, we'll see how far we get. Until next time, guys, let's quit to DOS.